In the following, we will introduce to you a company that has faced similar problems regarding knowledge sharing between its headquarters and subsidiaries. But first, let's introduce to you the company. Company XYZ is a manufacturer of food and beverages. It was established in 1970 in Frankfurt, Germany, and has ever since expanded internationally into 10 different countries across Europe, Asia, the US, and Australia. In the last 30 years, XYZ has opened offices in France, Italy, Spain, Hong Kong, Singapore, China, and Japan. Today, the CEO has invited all 10 subsidiary heads to meet in the headquarters in Frankfurt for one of their monthly meetings. Today's agenda focuses mainly on the problems of individual subsidiaries. The meetings are meant to address these problems and cumulatively find a solution. Hello everyone, and thank you for attending today's meeting, which aims at discussing the issue that has been addressed in previous meetings, namely knowledge sharing in our company. I would like to hear your opinions in this session about the problems that you've been facing in your subsidy regarding knowledge sharing. And in this meeting, we would like to identify these problems and find some solutions together. At the end of our meeting, I have a small surprise for you, a special guest that will introduce his software that might help our company. But without further ado, I would like to kick off this meeting with the first problem statement. Mrs. Mata, would you like to start?
Yes, thank you for setting up this meeting. I think it's important to discuss knowledge sharing between the HQ and the subsidiaries. So as a multinational company, our duty is to overcome barriers associated with knowledge sharing by instituting organizational policies. Knowledge sharing is a key competitive advantage to facilitating the development of our employees' competencies, and we realize that knowledge transfer has been treated seldomly. So we must now give clear indication as how the intra-company knowledge transfer process needs to be managed. I think you will all agree with me if I say that the best department of our company to work on that is human resources.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Then I guess the first problem that we need to consider is how to motivate our employees to involve them in knowledge sharing.
So we need to balance intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation occurs when employees are satisfied with financial rewards and incentive, and intrinsic motivation is fostered by commitment to the work itself. So these two kinds of motivation are crucial for knowledge sharing, but intrinsic motivators are more appropriate for a stage of work where novelty and creativity are required. So extrinsic motivators ensure that the output will be timely completed. Therefore, the use of HRM practices related to extrinsic motivation have a significant effect on knowledge sharing. But another important point is to reinforce the team spirit so our employees communicate effectively.
Yeah, totally. As we have subsidiaries all around the world, I think we need to use communication technology for our company to build strong relationships within all of our teamwork exercises. And I believe we actually need to rethink the whole role of a global virtual team with respect to building on its potential for organizing people and projects. In a comparison, while individualists within a team would be much more task-focused and motivated by personal rewards, there are collectivists on the other side who seem able to form a rapid loyalty much faster and trust within the group they were assigned to. So at the end, I think we need a tailored solution for both parties, the individualists and also the collectivists.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Furthermore, I would like to point out that in order to facilitate knowledge sharing between the headquarters and the subsidies, as well as between the subsidies, we need an online forum where employees can exchange their ideas and solve problems. Hence, to facilitate this, we needed to set up a social technology platform only for our employees. It would be more efficient because of their social motive, commitment to the community and gratification of helping colleagues. Therefore, the best option for us would be an enterprise social network site. Herewith, I would like to introduce to you our expert, Mr. Seibert, who will talk a bit more about the enterprise social network site.
So, Ms. Oumran, thank you for inviting me over today. So, today I would like to show you what enterprise social network sites are actually about. So, may I ask you to open your laptops and I'll... Enterprise social network sites, just like Yaman, which you currently see, enable knowledge sharing in multinational organizations. They are social networks that are implemented within organizations, are formally sanctioned by management, and have the ability to restrict membership or interaction to members of a specific enterprise. These enterprise social network sites are designed for work-related use among organizational members and are often customized to meet the specific needs of an organization. Users of enterprise social network sites pursue primarily work-related goals, but also interpersonal goals can be served. Compared to emails, instant messaging, and teleconferencing, these sites offer visibility and association of content and people, as well as persistence and editability of content. It encompasses a range of benefits. Existing contacts are visible in both directions, thus providing a greater network transparency and making it easier to connect to friends of friends. The visualization of one's network provides credibility. Furthermore, it helps co-workers to find common ground, locate experts, and leverage knowledge from one's connections to gain a competitive advantage. Also, network transparency brings about social pressure, which may motivate to contribute. However, networks are also able to restrict knowledge sharing in organizations. Persistence and editability may result in more self-selective presentation, as the documented nature may limit what is shared. Furthermore, employees may use knowledge-sharing technologies to increase perceptions that they are experts in areas in which they wish to gain expertise, rather than reporting on their actual expertise. In some cases, employees may wish to keep certain skills from being made public. This is the case for illicit requests to do undesirable tasks. So overall, enterprise social network sites enhance knowledge sharing by giving individuals greater awareness of others' activity and by providing the ability to visibly articulate connections to others. Okay, so that's it from my side. I hope I was able to give you a balanced view of enterprise social network sites, and if you have any further questions, just let me know.
Thank you for this very interesting presentation.
Welcome.
We will consider implementing it into our company. We'll come back to you.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. So now that we got those valuable insights from our expert, Mr. Seibert, I think that a completely for us customized and transparent ESNS, where the performance of you and your colleagues would be ranked in the system and also be visible, would be the perfect fit for our company. So then well-performing employees would be given a non-monetary reward, like the freedom to work on a project of their choice for a given amount of time during the week, or even the possibility to present an idea on a next upcoming board meeting. I think that would actually make the employees feel very, very challenged and also respected. So yeah, I think the performance of employees should be compared then with colleagues within or from the same department, like the marketing department of Germany would then be compared to the marketing department of France or the US, and not the marketing is compared with bookkeeping, for example. Yeah.
So yeah, that's great, but we also need to ensure that the system is easy to operate. Only the important information should be visible in order to prevent the information overload, which would actually be counterproductive for the knowledge sharing. But I'm confident that with our expert we will be able to get a social network which is a perfect fit for our company.
Yeah. So everybody know what should our next steps be?
I think we're kind of running out of time, so I will send you the meeting minutes with our next steps and the problems that we identified, and I will see you next month.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Sounds good.
Have a safe flight back home.
Thank you.
Knowledge sharing between multinationals, namely between headquarters and its subsidiaries, is one of the key drivers of achieving competitive advantage. However, the extent to which knowledge is shared between multinationals highly depends on the relationship between the headquarters and the subsidiaries, can on the one hand enhance knowledge sharing and on the other hand hinder knowledge sharing. Knowledge is a resource that is difficult to manage. However, there are many factors that can enhance knowledge sharing, such as an efficient organizational structure, implementation of IT and communication systems, and regular cross-border meetings and exchange of expatriates and impatriates.